Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about When Harry Met Sally. And this movie came out in 1989 and is directed by Rob Reiner, the same director as The Princess Bride. And this is the movie that he made afterwards, I believe. And I thought this movie was really, really good. I think I like it about as much as I did The Princess Bride. I'll have to rewatch both movies, and I have seen parts of this movie before, but not the full thing. I'm not sure if I've seen a whole lot or just a select few scenes. I know I have seen some iconic moments in this movie, but I know for sure that I have not seen the full thing. But what I liked about this movie was how it kind of plays with your expectations with certain things and ideas, which I can't really get too far into because I don't want to spoil anything. Even though there's not a whole lot to spoil, it's kind of just a love story of, are they going to get together or are they not? Who's going to end up with who? Where's this going? And it's basically just that. And the way things go, I found to be entertaining. And the comedy in this movie was very funny and some pretty iconic moments. I'm sure you know if you've seen the movie. And that stuff was fun. And the dialogue was very well written. And these characters talked like real human beings and not just like any random character that just like, I don't know, doesn't feel like they're a part of the environment, or like just the writer arguing with himself. It never once came down to that. And fortunately, everything just felt natural. And that's one of this movie's biggest strengths is the characters and just how they operate in this world. And I love the character dynamics. And I also like how this movie does take place over a large period of time, and without spoiling anything, and this is kind of part of the plot, it does take over. It does take place over the course of like 10 years or something, I believe. I just found that to be like a core part of the movie, as to like, oh, these characters are not only like a certain way in the beginning, like kind of young and free and carefree and all that kind of stuff. But also, as they get older, they don't like necessarily look old or like feel really old, but you can tell like emotionally they've matured, and the way that they interact with other characters in the movie and even to each other or even to themselves, it just feels different. And they're still that same person, like it's there somewhere, but they've kind of matured and kind of moved on. And I just felt as though that was like a natural part of these characters that I really loved. And honestly, it's one of the biggest things that I got out of the movie is just the characters and how they matured. And the story of the movie was fun and interesting to me. And I feel as though if the story was just a generic love story or romance film, then that would have ruined the movie. But fortunately, that doesn't happen here, and the pacing, it moves along pretty quick. 90 minutes, nice and sweet, doesn't waste any time. Love the fact that it's so short. And one thing that kind of was shown off, not in a way that a movie that I just talked about, Boyhood, did, where it shows a close-up of it to remind you, hey, that's a thing that once was a thing. You should pay attention to that. But rather, I was just watching, I was like, oh, that's just like a natural part of this world that I personally never got to experience. And it might be a little confusing to some people who were never a part of that world, if that makes sense. Grapes with seeds? That was a thing apparently back then. And there's plenty of other tiny things that you should probably keep in mind that was just like a part of the time. And those things never once made the film feel dated in a way that was like dragging it down. It was just like a little, for a lack of a better word, dated in a sense that made it feel natural. Like it never once got into the realm of being insensitive or anything like that. It just felt natural to me. And there was a book in this movie, and I believe it was Stephen King's Misery. And fun fact, I believe the director, Rob Reiner, that was his next movie after this one, which is kind of funny. And also the acting was really good in this movie as well. Billy Crystal, Meg Ryan, even Carrie Fisher, who I didn't even recognize because I haven't seen her in a movie in so long. But she was really good in it too. rest in peace. But one criticism that I do have with this movie, and I only have a few, is that there were some parts of the movie where conversations were kind of just cut short, and I didn't really get to experience like the full conversation. It was just the editing getting in the way, and I was like, okay, that's kind of an odd choice. Why'd you choose to do that? I'll never know. And this might sound a bit weird, but there are parts of this movie where I didn't really get a good understanding of passage of time. I was like, how much time has passed? Is it like a few weeks? Is it a few months? Few years? I couldn't tell you. And it was just like the editing that just made it really difficult to figure out. It was just really hard for me to understand how much time had passed in certain scenes. But anyways, that's all my criticisms with this movie. I thought it was pretty good, and I'll be checking out more of Rob Reiner's films. The only one I've seen that I didn't really connect with, actually two, those being Stand By Me and A Few Good Men. Not saying that they were terrible films, I'm just saying that they're films that I just personally don't really connect with all that much. But there are ones that I do like these two that I mentioned, and also The American President. I think that's pretty good. And This Is Spinal Tap I remember liking, and I think The American President might be my favorite, but I'll have to rewatch it. But anyways, I was kind of rambling up for a little bit, but this movie was pretty good. I'll be rewatching it, and I'm sure that I'll have a pleasant experience doing so. So with all that being said, I'm going to give When Harry Met Sally a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of When Harry Met Sally, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Blue is the Warmest Color. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.